everybody. Welcome to Box Office Buddies. And this is a special edition we have today. It is, as I mentioned, a new year, which means 2017 is come and gone. And with that came a lot of bad movies. So we're going to count down the top 5 worst movies. Now, these aren't necessarily the 5 worst. There's a lot of garbage that came out that I just didn't review or didn't bother seeing. So these are the 5 worst movies that I reviewed in 2017. Number 5, Ghost in the Shell. Ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit A of why a lot of people hate sci-fi movies. This is sci-fi at its worst. I wasn't at all invested in the story. It's confusing for nothing, and the action's boring. Number 4, The Circle. This thing looks like it was edited by an amateur. It's so confusing, doesn't know where it's going, and it takes so long to get anywhere. And when you actually do get there, the payoff is so underwhelming. And the acting, oh, guys, this actually made me doubt Emma Watson's acting ability. Seriously, she's terrible. Number 3, The Dark Tower. Now, this was my personal biggest disappointment of the year. I was really looking forward to this one. It did not deliver. I was very disappointed. Doesn't work on any level. Number 2, Downsizing. Now, my regular viewers might pick up on the fact that I didn't actually do a review for Downsizing. That's true, but I was supposed to. Here's what happened. Every Christmas, I go see a movie with my family. It's a family tradition. And this year, I suggested Downsizing. Well, family wasn't too happy with that. And they all refused to do a review with me after the movie. They were so angry at me for suggesting it, at the movie for wasting their time, and didn't end up doing a review with someone from my family. It's not every Christmas that you get to have your family tell you they hate you. I'm fine. I just need a minute. Oh, I'm not crying about my family. I'm crying about how bad Downsizing was. This thing was overly long, pretentious. It's so boring, and it's labeled as a comedy, but not funny at all. At one point, about halfway through, my aunt turned to me and said, "I feel like this movie's lost and it's not going to find its way back." Well, that was a pretty accurate statement. It really was lost and did not find its way back. What they do try doing with the story ends up just not fitting with the whole premise of this movie, where it's people who can shrink themselves to become millionaires. Now, before we get to the number 1 worst movie of the year, just wanted to throw out a couple honorable mentions. These are movies that easily could have made the list, especially had it been a top 10, but didn't quite make the 5 worst. The first of those, The Mummy. So when I reviewed this, I said it was a crappy version of Indiana Jones. I stand by that. This thing doesn't work in any of the aspects that it's going for. Honestly, that one, forgettable. Another honorable mention, Jigsaw. At this point, the Saw movies are just getting ridiculous. They started off really good. I really like the first one. It's dark, it's disturbing, ominous, strong psychological element. Now when you get to the newer ones, and especially this one, it's just feels like a really bad B movie. Well, it's time. The worst movie of the year. Number 1, big surprise, Marvel's the one that hurt our eyes and ears the most, at least mine. Worst movie of the year, Spider-Man Homecoming. This is the embodiment of everything I hate about Marvel. I mean, this has it all if you want to check off the worst in something. Cliche characters, they're almost all one-dimensional. Predictable plot points. The action sequences are uninspired, not exciting at all. The dialogue is so forced, and they try to be funny and witty with it, but so artificial. I feel like I'm watching an episode of Gilmore Girls. Spider-Man Homecoming, congratulations. You sucked the hardest this year. Well, that's it. You can see all these reviews on my channel, Box Office Buddies. Make sure you like them, like this video, and you know what? Do your friends and family a favor. Share the video so that you can help them avoid losing all this time and money in their lives. They can avoid all these crap movies. And subscribe to the channel. So there's that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, and then there's a little bell next to it. You're going to hit both those buttons, and yeah, we'll see you soon for the best movies of 2017.